I tell you, these anti-black racist people, they love to target kids, the younger the better, elderly, or black women, more so than black men. Now, this 81-year-old anti-black racist pepper sprayed a 3 and 6-year-old black children who were blowing bubbles in their own backyard. Take a look.
81-year-old Ada Anderson found herself in handcuffs last Friday, accused of pepper spraying her neighbors, April Morant, and her 3 and 6-year-old daughters, allegedly over something pretty small.
Bubbles, literally. The bubbles put her, I guess, in a whole nother arena of whatever going on with her mom.
Morant says her daughters were playing with bubbles in their yard, well away from the fence that separates their properties, when she alleges Anderson shouted racial slurs and leaned over the fence holding something.
What went through my head is I thought she had a gun, so I literally kind of jumped, like it startled me, because when she was to the fence, she was over the fence like this, and I didn't know what was in her hand because I'm looking at her really quick, and then she sprayed it.
According to the police report, they believe it was pepper spray.
My 6-year-old, she was like, her nose went to burning. She ran to the house and got a bottle of water.
Morant says she's had problems with Anderson since she moved with her family to the neighborhood in November, but
I feel like she's escalating.
She says Anderson on multiple occasions has hurled insults and racial slurs at them.
Since day one. I have recordings of her.
She shared this video where someone can be heard saying a racial slur. We tried getting in touch with Anderson to see what she had to say. We knocked on her door, and we gave her a call, but got no answer from either. But she seemed to try and defend herself in body camera video from her arrest.
You really don't have any right doing this.
I understand that.
Wait till I get the pictures back. I can show you what they're doing.
According to jail records, Anderson has been released on bond, facing several counts of battery, second or subsequent offense. Morant thought there would be more.
Just battery, but no thing on the kids, or maybe a hate crime, because you said all this stuff while you were spraying this stuff.
Morant says she's worried it won't stop there.
For you to do the bear spray stuff, I feel like I don't know what you have in that house. I don't know. I don't want to be by her.
So this mother and her children moved into that neighborhood in November of last year. So this 81-year-old anti-black racist old hag obviously had a problem with this black family living there. And according to these children's mother, she said that this has been going on since they moved in, and the racial slurs. And there's even record of her actually telling this black woman, you don't belong in this neighborhood. And this mother says that she has recordings of everything. She's kept it all. And it's important that we do that, right? Because when we move into these neighborhoods where it's, dominated by the folks, and particularly people like this woman who's 81. So, she's cooked. She's not going to change. She's not going to ever not be an anti-black racist. And typically people like her really don't adapt to change. So seeing a black person in that neighborhood doesn't sit well with her. And she picked her day to, target these black kids who were well away from her area. And she started shouting those racial slurs, and she pepper sprayed them. And she deserves to be locked up because that's assault. She assaulted these young children that did nothing to her other than be black kids in a neighborhood that she thinks she owns and gatekeeps, and didn't want them there. So she was charged with battery. Whether or not she actually does jail time is doubtful. I mean, what are the odds? I doubt very, very much. And she wasn't charged with a hate crime either. There really, truly needs to be an anti-black hate crime, implemented into law, where if you do these kinds of things, you're charged and jailed. We need that. Just like other races of people or other groups have. Black people need that law. And I don't know how much more of these kinds of incidences have to happen before the government, law enforcement, whoever's in charge implements this law. Because these are, like I said, 3 and 6-year-olds, helpless, didn't do anything to this woman. okay? But play in their backyard with each other, enjoying bubbles. And this happens. So, yeah, we need an anti-Black hate law. We absolutely do. And I'm just getting more and more frustrated of seeing stories like this. And all it does is just amplify. Our Black lives just don't seem to matter enough. But we know if it was two little white girls that were 3 and 6 year old with pigtails, and a Black woman did that to the two little white girls, what do you think would have happened to that Black woman? Would it have just been a battery charge and then that's it? No. We know that wouldn't have been the case, okay? So we need a hate law. And, I know for us here in Canada, we are pushing for one. I hope the United States continues to push for one because it just has to happen. Our children are not safe. Our elderly are not safe. Black women are not safe. Black men are not safe. Young Black men are not safe. None of us are safe. So we need this law. And this old woman needs to be in jail. Let me know what you all think about this. Don't forget to